Hi all. Right back with any match in Kharkov, Soviet So take two, part 10 I think. I'm going nuts today. Okay, I've just uploading no, I've just made part 9 available. I've done part 8 earlier on this morning I think. No, I'm talking rubbish. Just made part 8 available. I've done 7 this morning. Part 9 still to be reviewed. I've done that as well. So this is part 10 I think. Right, couple of quick things. Well, will they be quick? Well, we'll see. Yeah, I made a couple of comments on part 8 that I've just uploaded. This whole taking off this town and wondering why I missed the move from here to here, and me saying it was maybe because there was a Soviet marker on the top. Well, watch back in the video and I go from, I briefly mention step 1, the action step, if behind Soviet lines, and then I jump to step 3. I don't even talk about step 2. I feel like maybe I'm trying to be a bit quicker and not have to go through them again. You know what, I know I probably could, but it's my way of doing things, and I find it probably better for me, or I'm less likely to make a mistake. I know it's maybe not the best viewing if you're having to quickly hear me going over the same things over again, but anyway, I totally missed it out, so I made a wee comment, and I get around to it eventually, and I do it, and I think it's right. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to go and do that, so get around to it. Another one, just wanted to mention, when this unit escaped, left its garrison here, we weren't sure what to decide between the two, because there was 2 options, and I went for tiebreakers, and I said that it could well be that placing a garrison either here or here. The first tiebreaker is a hex that enables another German unit to trace supply, and then I was thinking to myself, I don't think the placing of a German garrison could enable a unit that was unable to trace supply. So I think I'm maybe just talking a lot of nonsense there. I can't quite imagine the situation, but I don't think that's right. I don't think it's relevant to that. But we did pick the lowest numbered hex, so that's what it came down to. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, that's the only thing I can pick from, because there was 2 options. Oh yeah, that was right. I was going to just have a glance in the rule book just in case, because that was just from the player aids, and sometimes you get that. So I'm looking for activation step 3. Was it? There, it's there. So the first time during the move, page 18. First time during the move, the unit vacates a position hex not adjacent to a Soviet unit, or exits a hex adjacent to an empty position hex not adjacent to a Soviet unit. Place a garrison marker in that empty position hex. That's it. That's all it gives you there. So, yeah, I can only go with the tiebreaker, lowest numbered hex. But let me know if I should be doing something different. So that was that. That was that. Yeah, and there was one other thing that's just come up here. So I don't want to start getting an argument with you, Martin. And right, hang on. Right, it's when I was looking up. What was I looking up here at? Yeah, I was looking at the calendar. That's right. And it's just when I was watching back, and I noticed this wee German AI symbol key, and it's got the wee position marker number in the yellow, black text in the yellow background, and it's got German position. And I started thinking, okay, that's it. That actually says German position. So then I thought, well, what does it say in the rule book? And I imagine this be near the beginning, and there's a wee example. And this is page 4, and there's a wee example showing German positions, and they're yellow. They are, they're these on the map. Hang on. They're They're these. These are German positions, right? And okay, that's understood that. So I thought, what is it? And then it's got German positions. It says a hex with a position ID number, so a symbol, is a German position. And then this bit actually jumped at me. I thought, oh, it says all VP hexes are German positions, as are many non-VP hexes. Every German position has a unique position ID number. German units favour occupying position hexes, and German reserves appear in position hexes during play. A German unit may occupy any hex, not just position hexes. Okay, so I mean, all that is just talking about position hexes. So I went back, and of course what I'm getting at here is was me trying to put this garrison in here, and at that time, let me just fix the situation, we'll fix it back again in a minute. This was the situation, this was empty, and I said, right, well, this is a German position hex. Now John Butterfield came and pointed me to the right rule that talks about towns not being able to, Soviet controlled towns are not able to accept. That's 15.1. Just get the wording proper. German reserve units and garrisons can't be placed in Soviet town or city. So fair enough, job done. That's fine. Martin also said though, and I had to agree with it when he said, but I'm just looking back on the wording of it, because he said it says in 10.6 garrisons are placed only in empty German position hexes, and only German reserve supply can be traced from the position. Well, the description in that I've just went over there says that this is still a German position. Now, I guess I'm being a bit naughty here, because I know what you're saying. It's not. But just as things are written, the description of this is it's a German position. The description of a German garrison says it goes into a German position. Yeah, I know. I'm being naughty, but it's just the way it's worded, I suppose, and it got me thinking. So, but fair enough. But we know we can't place them in there, so I'm just being a wee bit bitchy, I think. Right. But I'll tell you what, also reading that, and it said, now it's back at the beginning, but the fact that it said all VP hexes are German positions. Well, see this one here that we control from the beginning. It's a VP hex, but it's not marked as a position. I mean, both of them are like that. The one on here as well. I mean, again, I'm probably looking for things that I don't need to be looking for. Just leave it be, Grant. But I think there was a moment where I was looking at an action that a German action that wanted to target a VP hex, a position hex, and I think this was vacant at the time. It was one of them. It was possibly in the first playthrough, and then I thought, oh, this isn't a position hex anymore. Not anymore. It's not. It doesn't start as a position hex. However, it does just say there, all VP hexes are German positions. My guess is, apart from these two at the beginning, that's probably what, yeah, I know. Shut up, Grant. Just go on with the game. Okay. That's it. I've done. I'm just annoyed. My wife's on your side, Martin. That's all. Try to get something back there. Okay, right. So let's move on. Soviet Impulse. There's my hand. I was looking back a little and kind of regretting I maybe should have had a go at this. Wonder if you guys would have done it or not. He's 3 steps, but we would only get him 3-1 on him, I think. But he's surrounded. Any retreat at all, at least step losses on. But well, I didn't do it, so a little feeling of regret that maybe I should have done. Right, so what do? We're not ready for the Southwest Front card. So options are probably deploying the 2 guards units, or yeah, because this is an army card, this is an army units card, and of course the guy that we were going to pick on is gone. So, however, we've got a new target for these guys, and it's to get back the city town that we lost foolishly, and we need to get these guys moving, because these are the types of guys that you want to leave in these towns if there's any danger that somebody could stroll back in and take it, which I've just ignored. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I mean, look at that little guards unit down here. He could have moved 1, 2, 3, 4 into that town, just sat there protecting it. That's all we needed. Yeah. Okay. So I don't. I mean, I activated pop off last time. So, well, not that we're doing that again. I mean, yeah, we could. We've got the south. Well, we can't because we activated it last time. But I do have the south. We do have an activation card that could activate them. A card that could activate them. Right. So I think I'm going to move these guys. But yeah, do I use the units card? Because the actual full army card's got a reinforced battle combat tactic, and I'd like to consider that not only for, we thought about up here about using these reinforcing, but if we get another units, third tank units card, I maybe want to activate these 2 stacks and reinforce the battle with that stack. So I'm reluctant to play that card. But however, I did come to the conclusion that we could just activate these 2 stacks and leave this guy here, he's on his own, and basically we're just moving up to get rid of the garrisons anyway. We need to get in a position to get rid of the garrisons before we can move in on this guy, you know. So yeah, I think that's made my mind up. Okay, so yeah, going to play a 6 army units card. We're going to activate 2 unit stacks in the 6 army, and I'm going to activate this stack and this stack. So this guy's going to have to get left behind, but that is fine. So is it straightforward that we just move into here and then into here, or do we try and go round the side here? Yeah, it's no. Because I want to get rid of that garrison too. I know it's not maybe causing too much harm, but it would be if we then consider moving on the Rouse units. I don't really want to split the guys up. 1, 2, 3, 4, that would work. And I could split these 2 up. Right, so I'll move these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he'll go with him. Again, that means that whole dilemma about, you know, breaking them away from being a stack. If I do that, I'm going to move this guy 1, 2, just on camera, I think it was alright. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. See, that's not really that necessary, is it though? Why not just keep them both together and do what I said? I guess I'm thinking about the progression onto this, but I can just as easily, and here's another thought, I'm going to put that guy back just now, he was there, yeah. I don't know. You know, should I make a stack of 3? Oops. Maybe I should. You know, because we could have, I mean, there's 5 units in this army. We could have them built into 2 stacks, and then if we ever draw this army units card again, we're activating the whole core. Well, turn 3 they're getting a couple of reserves, so that might change things up. But that's turn 3. We might still draw another units card. Okay, let's try that one then. So I'm going to actually put this in here as well. So we've got 3 units, but they're all 2 steps. And then 1, I'm going to move that guy into there, so that we do take it with that other garrison. And then if we do decide to use the card to activate the whole army next turn, both the garrisons will fall off. That's 2 to move into that. Woods Grant with that guy. 1, 2. Well, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. That guy can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, his buddy can join him there. And then these guys can hopefully go... Can they? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they could go round the side. So that would be fine. And then whether we actually make the attack then or just wait. By that time this pop-off unit might have come in. Hopefully, and then maybe we can have the attack and have them surrounded, something like that. And then that way we'll have 2 stacks of these because I can join this up with that guy. Okay. Don't know if it makes sense. It sounds like it makes some sense to me, but that might not be anything to get excited about. Right, so, well, that's that. Another quick impulse. No attacks. Yeah, that's that done. So it's another card away. We're going to draw another card. Let's see what that is. 69th Army, that's a primary card. Okay, that's got assault coordination on it. Okay, well, we were wanting something like this to see. I mean, it's got assault coordination on the actual card, but could activate the army, push around this guy. Now, we do have that reinforced battle. It does mean that that's a 6 army card away again, though, so yeah, something to think about. I'm thinking that next turn I might be deploying the Guards army just to get an extra card, another card in my hand to have a look and see. You know, we've still got a few cards left. Okay, that's good though, that's fine, that's fine. Right, so we'll just move on to a German impulse then, because that didn't take that long, even me having a wee rant at the beginning. Okay, let's draw next German impulse. Okay, 40 core again. He's still got his guy in the reserve units box. However, now yeah, we're up to turn 2. So again, this card's not going to allow it because it's looking for at least 2 units eligible. And there's only 1, so it's not going to do that. We're going to attempt to activate all units in the core. Oh yeah, I forgot. Things have changed down here, haven't they? This might be not so good. He's going to move into the city, isn't he? Well, I don't know if he's going to move into the city, but he's well, he's not surrounded actually. He'll be in danger of surround. Yeah, you figure he's going to do something. Okay. So activate that unit. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I forgot. He's got a buddy, isn't he? Up here. I forgot there was 2 of them to deploy, but only 1 of them was able to deploy. Okay, so right. Well, definitely something going on. So activate all units in the core. So activate the A2 units. If behind Soviet lines. No. No. No, because this is on the map edge. So he can trace supply from here off this edge. 10.2. I suppose I'll just glance at it again. 10.2. In a sec. Yeah, so 10.2 on page 20. The German unit or stack is considered wandering behind Soviet lines if all the following are true. German supply can't be traced from the unit's hex, which it can. The unit is not in a VP hex. It is not. The unit is not surrounded. It is not. The unit is able to move. That is, it's not dispersed. It's not isolated mechanized unit. Okay. So in actual fact, yeah, it's a supply bit. If it couldn't trace supply, then it would be considered behind Soviet lines. But it can, because it's on a German map edge that can trace supply. So, okay, right, let's look at step 2 this time, Grant, rather than just skip by it, because it might be relevant. This is an ascending order, so this one up here is unit 2, selector 2, this is selector number 6. So we would be looking at this guy first, but move to an empty or garrison VP hex to which a Soviet unit is proximate. Well, there you go. Right, so this guy can't move to an empty or garrison VP hex to which a Soviet unit is proximate. This guy can. And it does say, if it's a city, move may end in dangerous round. So it doesn't actually care about being dangerous. It is going to be in dangerous round, but it doesn't care. So if city, move may end in dangerous round. If starting a VP hex, destination hex must have greater VP. It's not in a VP hex. It's going to move into the city. Just checking restrictions. Don't cause Soviet proximity to empty or garrison German city hex or map edge VP hex. Well, that's not causing it. I'm just noticing this guy is proximate to this, but that's him moving into there is not going to allow any other units that can't do it already. 1, 2, 3, they can't reach anyway. Yeah, he's not going to cause that. Don't cause unit in same core to be put in dangerous round. No. If not in dangerous round, don't end move in non-city hex in dangerous round unless allowed by the action. Well, the action says that it is a city, and it says non-city there. This is a city, so he's fine with that. Don't end mech unit. Yeah, he's going. So his IP falls off. And he's going to move 1, 2 into the broken. No, 1, 2, 3 into the broken because he's breaking. We'll get zoomed in a little bit. See the action a wee bit better. So 1, 2, 3 into the broken breaking zone of control, and then 4 into the city. So yeah, we're not getting to stroll right in there. However, we'll still be trying to knock that guy out of there. We've got a decent enough force. But yeah. Okay, so he's done. So now we're just looking at this other guy. We'll zoom out a little bit, Grant, because he's kind of far away from things. So he can't. Yeah, he can't do step 2. We'll move past that. If in 4th Panzer Army or core route, no, we are not. We're in 1st Panzer Army. If in dangerous surround. No, we are not. He's not in dangerous surround. So we want to draw action cards. So let's try drawing an action card. Deploy garrison. Action, place 1 garrison in an empty position hex meeting all these criteria and German reserve supply within 3 hexes of a supplied active German unit to which a Soviet unit is proximate but not adjacent. Okay, that's not in his army area, is it? Place 1 garrison in an empty position hex meeting all these criteria. Within 3 hexes of a supplied active German unit, and then to which the Soviet unit is proximate but not adjacent. Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, the hexes that he can, within 3 of him, this one is within 3. This guy's not proximate. I mean, we've looked at this guy before, haven't we? 1, 2, and then it's 3, 4, 5 to get into there. None of the other guys can help. This is within 3, this is within 3, but with nothing proximate to these. Even going up here. No. What about, hang on no, Grant. Let's look around the other side, since we have broken through here. It's a bit far away, I think, but this one here, actually, it's not far away. Unfortunately, it's breaking zone of control, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Before that guy moved there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he was still 1 short anyway, wasn't he? Yeah. So not that I can see. So that was step 5, but step 6 says we can try again. Draw another action card. Deploy flank protection. This is the one that I messed up and John Brown brought up. Fortunately, it was in the previous playthrough, so I've got away with that one. Well, never got away with it, but we're done with that, shall we say. We moved on to better things. Onward and upward. Here's hoping, eh? Okay. Action. Place 1 garrison marker in the lowest numbered empty position hex meeting all these criteria. Within 3 hexes of an active unit, so similar, not adjacent to a Soviet unit. Okay, yeah, but this one doesn't need proximity. Not adjacent to a Soviet unit, in German reserve supply, and here's the one that I need to look at. It's not just the active, nothing to do with the active unit, it's any unit. Would cause a German unit in danger of surround to no longer be in danger of surround. So it does need to meet that criteria though. So is there anything? I mean, yes, we've got a bit of a breakthrough here though. So this guy here, interesting, but it's got to be within 3 hexes because I think this guy is in danger of surround, isn't he? Oh, he definitely is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's definitely in danger of surround. However, within 3 hexes of an active unit, yeah, so it's got to be. Yeah, so unfortunately, me placing a garrison here is not going to help that situation for him. See if it could have stretched. I mean, that's 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. That might have done something. But it's no 4 hexes, Grant, it's 3 hexes. And remember, as we decided, or eventually found out, it does tell you the rules, and going by what Martin said, this was different to what it was in Ardennes. This unit is not an active unit. Once it's had an activation, it's not active anymore. So we can't look at 3 hexes from that, for instance, and into here. So it's got to be from the active unit that we've got left. So I'm not sure I do see that helping that guy out. And is there any others? This guy's not in danger of surround. Hold on a minute. This guy... No, he's not just now, is he? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He is, isn't he? Because I'm adjacent to this garrison. So as long as I have a unit adjacent to this garrison, it's not here for checking for dangerous surround. That's right, isn't it? That's right. I want to just read that again, but it's in the... There it is. I've got the page 21. Should just keep that open. That's another one we want printed out, guys. For you guys that do all that stuff. German action terminology. I mean, yeah, okay, it is on the player aid. Maybe, again, I'm being... See, it's just a bit... I think it's got dangerous round reminders in the rule book, and it's not got that on the thing. Maybe that's what it is. Because it says... during a German activation or event, Soviet proximity can't be traced through a garrison hex or a hex adjacent to a garrison hex unless any Soviet unit is already adjacent to the garrison. So, and then it also reminds you, during German reserve deployment, disregard all German garrisons when checking for dangerous round. So we can actually ignore this garrison at the moment. So this guy is in danger of surround, because I can go 1, 2, and this guy can go 1, and then that guy's surrounded. So can we help him? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it's 4 hexes away. That wouldn't have helped him anyway, would it? And neither does that. Because German unit in dangerous round to no longer be in dangerous round. Yeah. So no, he's just a wee bit too far out of the... If he'd been a bit closer down here, then he would have been able to help, but... And this guy's not in dangerous round, I don't believe. Yeah, I'm going to have to say, I think I'm done with that. It's not going to happen. We can't... Yeah, just looking at this guy again, or did already look at him. I don't think we can get far enough up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, yeah, we can't quite surround this guy. And again though, even if we could, well, I'll tell you what, no, even if we could, that one wouldn't help, would it? No, there'd be in a position down here that might have, well, I thought he was surrounded. Wait a minute. Okay, Grant, look, stop, move on. Right, so back to, that's step 6, isn't it? I'm going to have to put this cooler on, it's really, really warm. Yeah, sunny Scotland today. So what was that? That was step 6, so we're done with that card. And step 7, move to hex that removes dangerous round from another German unit. Ooh. Right. Well, we've already talked about this Rouse guy being in dangerous round. Well, there you go. It looks like he might come down and help out. Move to hex, it removes dangerous round from another German unit, and then we've got some preferences. Right. Okay, let me have a wee look. Okay, I know that's maybe a bit extreme, but they're all hexes that we can get units into to surround that guy. So it's really only based on these two, because these are the hexes that so it does look like this guy's going to be able to stop, but to stop me moving into this hex, he's going to actually have to move into that hex. So that's going to be 1, 2 crossing the minor river, mechanized unit 3, and then 4, 5 again crossing the minor river to enter that hex. Okay, and then it prevents that guy from him being in dangerous round. So I think I can take all these away. I don't think we need to have these here, just for my own peace of mind, I suppose. So and you know what? I don't think he's going to be in dangerous round with that move, is he? Is there any? No, because moving there does not stop that guy from being surrounded either. Moving there, actually does. Or does it? Yeah, it should do. Because if he moves there, I can't go from zone of control to zone of control into this hex, and I can't even go out, and it's not an out and in really, it's a... Yeah, and we can't get into this hex on this side. So I actually think both the hexes would prevent that unit from being in dangerous round. Yuck. This is not nice. And I know we can get units into this hex, but we cannot. Yes, we can, Grant. Yeah, we can get a zone of control in this hex, but it's this one, isn't it? It's this hex. We cannot get a zone of control on. And when I say that, I mean if he was to move here. I mean, at the moment I can move into here, getting this zone of control, which allows me to surround him. But if that 40 core unit moves to either one of these hexes, I cannot then get a zone of control in there from any Soviet unit. So he's always going to have an exit. Okay, so between the two hexes, he prefers removes dangerous sound from most German units. Well, there's only the one, so that doesn't break in and down. And it says the highest position number. Well, none of these are position numbers. It didn't have to be a position number, did it? Don't tell me I'm making that mistake again. No. That's step 4. Let's move to a position hex. Step 7 we're on. It just says move to a hex. So okay, it must just prefer that, okay. And then C is adjacent to Soviet unit. Both of them are. And then D is westernmost, which is up the way. So that one is slightly more western than that one. So let's just say that this guy does move down to there. I'll leave that back up there just in case, and we'll take that out of the way. So that was 1, 2, 3, no problem in getting there. So the restrictions: don't cause Soviet proximity to empty garrisons to German city. No. Don't cause unit in the same corps to be put in dangerous round. No, not doing that. Don't end mech unit moving marsh. And the big one is, if not in dangerous round, well, he wasn't in dangerous round there. Don't end move in non-city hex in dangerous round unless allowed by the action. Well, it's not allowed by the action, so is he in any trouble of it though? I don't think he is he? He's safe as houses, isn't he? He's like... Yeah. Okay, I think he's going to move to here. With step 7. Moving to a hex that removes dangerous round from another German unit. He's moving to this hex to remove dangerous round from this unit. And I'm just going to pause and just have a look if I can surround this guy still. No, I cannot. Like I say, this is his safe hex here. You know, I can move into here. Zone of control here. Zone of control here. I can move units into here and here, getting zone of control right round here. I cannot get anything into a hex that exerts a zone of control in that hex. So that's where he's got his out. That's brilliant system, innit? It really is clever, eh? It really is. I mean, it's in some ways there as if the AI was reading my mind. You know, I've moved these 6 army units up. I mean, I shouldn't have let this situation happen. Okay, first game, maybe I can get away with that excuse. But I shouldn't have let that happen. You know, I should have put something in that hex. I think it's all very well. There's not as many German units, we know that, but these guys were sitting like a couple of hexes away from that town. You know, And I'm just strolling on thinking, it's fine, it's fine. But brilliant the way that's worked out, because I'm getting ready to move in on that from this side, and next time I activated Popov was to put this unit in here. It was going to go into that hex so that we could then surround it with the 6 army units, and it stopped it. So yeah, brilliant. Very good. Right, well, that's the 2 units had an activation, and hopefully all went well. Hopefully it was all right. Cringing. I've not had any comments for a while. So I mean, I always say no news is good news, but then I worry Martin's away, maybe working or something like that, and he's not. And I'm not saying any other guys, by all means harp on, say what you want to say, but tell me I'm wrong here and there if you like. Don't just let it be up to him, Martin, to come and do it all. But anyway, yeah, no news is probably good news. So yeah, that's another activation. That's 41 minutes, so a wee bit longer than the last time. Spent a bit more time over that one. So what I'll do is I'm going to upload this bit. I'd like to think it's probably just the first half of part 10, but you never know how the next half of it might go, so we'll see. So I'll take a wee cut here, and I'll be, wait now, just before I go, I'm seeing something you can get a wee bit used to doing. We did have, what did we do? Come on, we done something. We activated 6 army units card, so that shouldn't be Popov, it should be 6 army, right? So just that I know that I'm aware that I can't activate 6th army, but I can activate Popov. Yeah, need to remember to move that, or I'm going to get confused. I suppose you can see the cards in your discard pile. You're probably going to be able to rectify it, but and I don't know, maybe I could put it somewhere else or something to remind me. But yeah, okay, right, okay. I'll clear things up here and get this bit off the camera, and I'll be back with the next Soviet Impulse shortly, guys. Okay, cheers. Right. Enemy action Kharkov, Soviet Soul. Hopefully this is just the second half of Take 2 Part 10. But we'll see if it grinds on a bit. So yeah, it's my impulse, and yeah, I mean, I think my plan had been just to maybe deploy the first guards units, but just what's happened down here is both this taking this city. I mean, okay, I feel like we can bash him out of the city, but that extra risk to him being in the city. I mean, he was sitting in here with an IP on him. I'd prefer to have moved into the city and then took him out for there, but also can't get him surrounded here. Or can we? Yeah, we should be able to as well. Sorry, forgetting we can get round about. And then this guy coming blocking this situation here makes me feel like I want to try and sort him out, but if I want to do all that, I probably want these 2 guards units out as well, so that's the other thing. So what to do? And then I started thinking, yeah, I could use the Southwest Front card to activate the Popov units, but I suppose my master plan had been bring the guards units out, move the guards units, stack the guards units with the Popov units, activate this and have 2 or 3 attacks. It's not as strong as the Stavka card, mind you, because you don't get that extra, the bonus, you're not getting a bonus combat tactic, so it's not as strong as that, but even still. Either that, or I feel like I'm stuck with the 6 army units now, because yes, they could go up and have a go at this guy, I suppose. That's true. But remember, the 6 army unit card has the reinforced battle on it, and reinforced battle was thought about as a possibility to bring these units into combat here. We do have 69th army card, bring them up, reinforce the battle, or Well, we don't have a third tank card yet. We wanted to see, so I kind of want to hang off on this, using the 6th Army card and the 69th Army. So I think we are going to deploy the guards. Yeah, maybe not the strongest choice. In fact, that's been my last 2 impulses then, because the last impulse was just moving 2 stacks of these guys. Okay. Okay, and so we've got 2 choices to deploy the 1st Guards Army, and I guess we probably use this one just in case we're not going to move them, because this is a better combat tactic, I think. Well, it's situational, I guess. It's an extra 2 strength, but that's quite nice. They boosted that quite a bit to 2 strength, whereas you had, I want to say it was Panzer Battalion and Tank Battalion in the old game, and it gave you an extra, it gave you the tank, it gave you the armour, and increased your strength by 1. This one increases your strength by 2, gives you the armour, and it negates 1 hit to yourself, if I recall rightly. So it's much stronger. I mean, okay, artillery, yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, but we've got to use one of these cards to deploy them, so I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. In some ways, it's a little bit annoying that you get a turn 1, then a turn 2, because if it was still that turn 1 there, I wouldn't be doing this, and I would get a free deployment of that come the beginning of turn 3. And you've got the same situation with the 40th Army units, and yeah, it's a bit annoying that, but whether they've done that deliberately or not, I'm not sure, but just tempts you, because you can't get this one till turn 4 as a freebie, so you're as well maybe deploying them. Anyway, to be honest, the card itself, it's not that I'm like really regretting playing this card to deploy the 2 units, to be honest. So let's get it done then. Anyway, okay, I just look at where I might want to put these. I mean, I could put them here, but there's a map edge hex, so it's 2 away. I mean, I could put them further afield, but I think I want to keep them beside these guys. So I actually thought I can't deploy one here because it's not map edge hex, and it's not adjacent to, well, if it'd been a clear hex, it would have been fine, but it's not. So this is a map edge hex, a Soviet map edge hex. So I actually think I'm going to deploy them both in there. Yeah, because again, this whole getting the cards that allows you to have 2 stacks, and I feel like we should just have 2 stacks of these guys rather than spread them out. I mean, I could have deployed here, like I say, but I mean, they're all proximate to getting there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this weird thing about stacking them with pop-off units and whatever. That's probably not really necessary, is it? I don't know. Yeah, I say some of you that might have tried that or practiced that, tested it out within the game, see if it works better. I don't know. So yeah, and these are within the Soviet front area, in friendly map edge hex or supply. Well, they're in map edge hex, friendly map edge hex. When 2 units of a unit in the same front, with preference given to unit in the same army. Well, I've stacked them on top of the same army, so at least 3 hexes away from a non-isolated German unit, which is reduced to 2 if it's in a map edge hex. It is 2, but I'm actually 3 away. So all good there. Not in a garrison hex, which maybe placed adjacent, and then that's it. I mean, I could have went and looked at Soviet strategic reserve deployment, and maybe, because that doesn't need them to be close to their, let alone close to their army. I don't think it needs them to be close to their front. They can just be deployed anywhere within their front, within supply. You know, there is restriction, but I don't want to. I want to keep them together, so we'll go with that. Right. So nice, quick impulse again from me. Not doing an awful lot. Just building up. Okay, so that's 4 cards. So yeah, I'm curious to see what we're going to draw here. So just as a we've only got 4 cards left, so we're going to draw 1. So we're only going to have 3 left now. So let's see what we get. Oh, Varness front. That's just got both front cards then. Deploy all Varness front reserves. Again, that would be the 240th units. I'm not going to do that. Activate 1 Varness front army plus stack Varness front units. Okay, well, I guess I'm saying to myself, we might not get the 3rd tank or another 3rd tank army card, but that can be a 3rd tank army card if you like. And I'll just take away our activated 6th army, because we've had an impulse, so we can activate them again now. I'm probably going to use that to activate 3rd tank. I'm not. Yeah, more than likely. Right, so Germans are going to get a shot in between though, so yeah, let's just move on and see what they get. I'm really pushing on here. I'm starting to worry that surely everything I'm doing here is not perfectly done. I'm starting to panic a bit. I've been trying to spend more attention on the biggest was it David commented that within this game, my gap rule, which was the big kind of rule within enemy action Ardennes, to just stumble you upon and like make you think what's going on, how did I do this, has been dangerous around within this game, and I had to agree with that at the time. I'm hoping that I've tightened things up now, but yeah. Right, German card, let's go. 4th Panzer Army card. We're getting them. We're not getting them as combat tactics now. Mind you, that's from 2+, that one. So okay, so we just had not long ago the first. Oh no, it was Army Group South, wasn't it? So deploy all reserves in 4th Panzer Army. We're in turn 2, so it needs 3 of them. There's only 1 unit and it's in the 1st Panzer Army, so that's not happening. They might just do. Oh no, that's just turn 1, right? Just as well I spotted that then. So 4th Panzer Army delaying force is only on turn 1. Ooh, okay. So they're going to activate all 4th Panzer Army units within 2 hexes of the 4th Panzer Army unit with the most mechanised 4th Panzer Army units, and it's 2 hex radius. Activate. Yeah, I think when looking at the rules, I think just the way that's worded, it could maybe catch you out. And I think just because I had read it. Where are we here? Let's find out what I'm looking for here. Yeah, I mean, it's written correctly in the card, if as long as you can understand what it's meaning. Activate all 4th Panzer Army units within 2 hexes of the 4th Panzer Army unit with the most mechanised 4th Panzer Army units, and it's 2 hex radius. Yeah, to be honest, I'm maybe being. It's just that the way I read that there, I thought, right, I'm sure it says and all units, and it does. In the rulebook, page 14, 8.13, unit activation. 4th Panzer Army card. Locate the unit in the 4th Panzer Army with the most mechanised 4th Panzer Army units within 2 hexes of the unit. Activate that unit and all 4th Panzer Army units, and in brackets it's got not just mechanised units, within 2 hexes. Oh, and I'm really glad that I read this now. Because Corps Rau units are considered part of 4th Panzer Army for this activation. I would have missed that. I think. It looks like they're all out of range, but I think I would have missed that. Yeah, Corps Rau units are considered part of 4th Panzer Army for this activation. Now, the Corps Rau units don't have any mechanised units. I don't know if they get them. Looking up at the reserves, it looked like they're all infantry, but however, it does then say, it says not just mechanised. Once you've chosen, it's wanting to grab the most mechanised units, and then it's looking for everyone in the 4th Panzer Army, and then you consider Corps Rau to be part of that. Okay, right. So there's a look at things across this side. Obviously we're looking at our 4th Panzer Army are the 2nd SS, and that's mainly the 2nd SS. We do have 157 Corps unit, which is from the 4th Panzer Army. All the 48th Corps units have been destroyed. Yeah, is that right? Yeah. So there's none of them left behind. So, and then the Corps Rau units are included, but they're all infantry. All Corps Rau and the 57th are infantry. So it's just to find where the Kampfgruppe bit is coming from is based on the 2nd SS. So within 2 hexes of the 4th Panzer Army unit with the most mechanised 4th Panzer Army units, and it's 2 hex radius. Right, there's the bit that you need to look at. So it's not an awful lot, really, is it? And in fact, it's over 2 hexes, so yeah, is it just going to be these 2 guys? I think so. Yeah. I think these cards maybe kick in a bit more brutal or as the game goes on, once they get more reinforcements, I think. Because I mean, if I go here, I'm only getting 1. If I go here, I'm only getting 1. If I go here or here, I'm getting 2. And yeah, it does give you a tiebreaker, because can you imagine if, you know, it's either this one or this one, but let's just say there was a couple of Corps Rau units here. You wouldn't consider that when you were selecting either here or here, so I think you just go to the tiebreaker. And it says if units are tied for having, no, I'm reading the wrong bit. If tied for most units in 2 hex radius, select the easternmost unit, then the southernmost unit. Create the unit in the 4th Panzer Army with the most mechanised 4th Panzer Army units. Yeah, because that's what we're looking for. So I suppose you could end up, if it's just picking, what did I say, easternmost, then southernmost. So this way, and then that way. So between the 2 at the moment, I know it doesn't matter here. It would be this one, because it's the easternmost. So what, you know, just to give you an example, say we had, if we had a Corps Rau unit up here, then it would still just activate the A2 because that's not within 2. But if we had the Corps Rau unit here, it would activate all 3 because it would be within 2 of this guy. So I suppose that could be a bit random, couldn't it? Okay, Right, I think that's what's happening. It's just these 2 units are getting activated. In actual fact, that's the target of the activation. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Looking at the 4th Panzer Army unit with the most mechanised 4th Panzer Army units. And then we're grabbing all 4th Panzer Army units within 2 of that hex. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because the other 2 aren't going to grab, they're just going to grab themselves. So yeah, so it's these 2 units that are becoming active. Right, okay. I got there in the end, I think. Right, right, let's see where we're at. Right, not behind Soviet lines. Move to enter gas and VPX, which is Soviet unit proximate. I don't think so, but could we? No, we can't. There's not a gap there. We're kind of tied up there. So no. Oh, I'll tell you what. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he can reach as well. I looked at this earlier, and I thought, ooh, I can sneak up there and grab that other victory point at Gotnya. Yeah, I had a wee look at this. This AI is like playing with my mind, isn't it? It's in there. It's messing about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or, I mean, that's a broken hex. So, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm proximate to that. But how about this guy who's active? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So much for that idea then. We're not proximate to this either, are we? No, again, there's no gap. We can't get through this bit. So, yeah, but I think that's going to happen. So, in ascending order, now this guy can't reach, and again, he's restricted. He's not actually moving, so just as well this guy's going to do something, because I don't think the other guy's going to do anything. So move to empty your garrison VP hex to which Soviet unit is proximate. If city, move may end in dangerous round. If starting a VP hex was not. It's not a city, but I am proximate to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So unless he's restricted, he's not in dangerous round the way up there, that's for sure. I don't even need to look into that one. Sorry, I might have. Yeah, I think I came back down again, didn't I? So like I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he's going there. I think he's moving to there, because I had a look at that just last impulse, or it was maybe after I'd moved into there. I thought, wait a minute, that's kind of open, and then I counted out and I thought, I can reach there. So yeah, he's going to move there. He's not breaking any restrictions. Don't cause unit in the same core. Well, don't cause unit in the same core to be put in dangerous surround. I don't think that is the case anyway. We can't surround Kharkov yet, because I can't move into here. And kind of nasty terrain round about it, isn't it? Well, hang on though, this guy could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can get in there, but we can't get through here. The thing is, It says don't cause unit in same core to be put in dangerous surround unless that unit is active and not yet acted. So I don't even really need to look, because even if he was in dangerous surround, he's active and he's not yet acted. So yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, because these two, we can't reach these two. No, I'm not seeing it. So that's, yeah, pretty strong move, to be honest. The good thing, I suppose, it takes him away from Kharkov, makes me feel like there's just this one isolated unit. So, and if we can take this guy out of the game, he's a 3-stepper. I mean, this one's a 3-stepper as well, but I'm not really as concerned about him. If I take him out, I think that's going to give us a wee bit. We can maybe get round about Kharkov. So 3 if in 4th Panzer Army, and so artillery zone, no if in dangerous round. See, the thing is, he's not going to move out of Kharkov, right? Because that's a restriction. He's not going to leave it empty. Draw action card. Well, I suppose we can actually do this because it might spawn a garrison or something. So we're in step 5, we draw an action card. We get fighting withdrawal, which is what? Situation, active unit surrounded and adjacent to a hex and German supply, or in which the unit would not be surrounded. Active unit surrounded. Right, we've only got the unit in Kharkov as the active unit. He's not surrounded, so that card's going away. You might think you're going through these cards and not really doing anything with them, but the time will come. I'm pretty sure the time will come, and they'll get worse as the game goes on as well. They'll start getting more aggressive. Right, so there's the attack card. This is the one we got new. So strong attack. Okay, something new to look at. I mean, yeah, it's not going to happen, but it's something new to look at. So it says situational strength of active unit stack and other active units greater than or equal to 4 times proximate Soviet unit stack. Now these are always not so easy to get your head around these. What it's saying there, well, situational strength to start with is slightly different from the actual strength. Situational strength of active unit stack. Right. Well, let's put the card there. We don't really need to see that. Let's put that beside the unit that we're looking at. So this unit's strength is 4. However, its situational strength and other active units. So unfortunately that other guy moved away, he's done his thing, and we only had 2 active units. So if there was more active units though, they get taken into this situational strength as well. Now, has it got situational strength at the player aid somewhere? Maybe not. Replacements. No, it's not. Not that I can see anyway. So let me see if I can find it in the rulebook. Right, yeah, I started thinking maybe I should leave this until it is relevant, but I suppose it's the first time we've seen situational strength, so I wouldn't mind just going over it a little. So page 22, 10.52 situational strength. Action cards with attack actions include a comparison of German to Soviet strength in the card's situation description. For example, the situation on the attack action card, this is a strong attack card, but reads unit stack strength is greater than or equal to 2 times proximate Soviet unit stack. This means that the total combat strength of the weak German unit and any units with which it's stacked must be equal to or greater than 2 times the total combat strength of a proximate Soviet unit stack in order to attack that Soviet target. There's a lot in this. there's a lot of take in, and it's really not going to sink in with me here, to be honest. But I suppose just talk about situational strength. So in making this situational strength comparison, apply the following adjustments to the combat strengths of the participating units. So this is not what the strength becomes if they have a combat. It's just to situationally check to see that if they're going to do it, depending on certain, terrain, rivers, and whatever. So it says half the total strength of German units that would be attacking the target across the Dnieper River hexside, and of German mech units that would be attacking from or into a march hex rounded down. Because these are all things that can, be detrimental to the attack. And then add to or subtract from the total strength of the defending Soviet units for all the following that apply. And then you've got a defending unit and IP +1, but it does say, but not if the action card includes the engineer tactic, so +1. Defending unit adjacent to supplied Soviet unit +1. All German units across Donetsk River hexsides +1. And then we've got some -1s if the defending unit's in unsupported hex. All defending units dispersed, these are on -1s. All defending units out of supply are isolated, -1, -2. German command card value of 4 or 5 is a -1. German attack action and major offensive a -1. So you can always have a minimum situational strength of 1. And then that determines where you're at. So you would need a situational strength of greater than or equal to 4 times the approximate Soviet unit stack. So yeah, I mean, this is a card that's only going to be happening if we've got multiple units, because well, the other thing with this is, like I've said, this guy's not going to move. So I suppose we could have scrapped all that and then just said, well, this guy's not going to move. So, but he would look at, let's just say we had a wee 1 strength unit here, and this wasn't in Kharkov, then he could possibly be 4 times that, and this might apply. You would need to check the situational things that I just read out, but all the pluses and minuses and whatever, to find that out. But this is more about bringing other active units, also the units that stack with, if this was stacked with something else, because that says active unit stack, so it could just bring the units that it's stacked with. And here's the thing that when I was reading the rules, and I started getting myself a bit bogged, because this was a bit that did catch unit stack, unit stack, and then unit stack and other active units. These 3 sort of conditions, just within Ardennes, I struggled with for quite some time, and I feel like I'm starting over again, because when I was reading the examples in the rule book, of course, I initially had the rule book without any examples. I got a copy of it passed on to me, so I didn't see any examples. So when I got the rule book, I was looking at examples, and there was some of this unit stack and other active units, and then I'm saying, right, unit stack, so that's active units within the stack, and it's not. If my understanding is correct, if this was stacked with another unit that wasn't active, this would still consider this unit and the one underneath. Pretty sure that's right. We're going to get into that as the game goes on, and maybe we shouldn't get too bogged down by it just now. So yeah, let's just well, look, 2 things are happening. This guy has not got a situational strength of greater than or equal to 4 times any proximate Soviet unit. I mean, okay, I suppose he is proximate to this, and he's actually 2 times proximate. This guy's in a city. Is that not one of the? Oh, I've put the page away. I don't think it. I'm not sure if it was, but there's certain pluses and minuses that need to be calculated. And like we've already said, this guy's in Kharkov, and the first restriction is don't leave Kharkov empty, right? So he's not going to stroll away and have an attack on somebody else. So, but we'll get more into that as the game goes on, and I'll start scratching my head a bit. Was that step 6? I think it was. I've got fighting withdrawal here. Yeah, that was our step 5, wasn't it? Ugh. Oh my. I think it was, but I don't want to make a wee mistake here and then. Well, hang on. We've had an activation here because I'm getting to the end of the summoner, and I'm gonna. Yeah, hopefully I've got that right, and that was step 5 and 6. I drew 2 cards there. I just can't quite remember. I spent that much time thinking about that strong attack card. Well, hopefully it was turn 6. Turn 7 is move to a hex. Not happening. He's staying in Kharkov. Step 8 is if Soviet unit proximate, move to hex. He's not doing it. Right, 9, if in non-VP hex, well he's in a VP hex, he's not doing it. Step 10, place an IP. Excuse me. He can't place an IP, he's not eligible because he's in a city. Remove the swerve marker from the unit. Right, job done. Okay, so once I put this video up, I'll just quickly double check. And then I can come back and add a wee bit on at the end of this. I'll just quickly check that I have drawn a card for step 5 and a card for step 6. I'm pretty sure I did, but yeah. So a big card, but not much of an activation. But I'll tell you what, he got me. So I could have, grabbed another victory point there with the activation of the 3rd tank, and I just drew the Voronezh front card, which could have activated the 3rd tank. So yeah, it's like I say, it's as if it's reading my mind, honestly. Very good. Okay, right, well, that's the end of that. This will be the end of take 2 part 10, and I'm kind of buzzing and itching and wanting to do another one. So what is that? I said I've got 8 out there, so that's 9 and 10 that you won't have seen now. So if I start, I'm tempting fate, I think. If I start part 11, I'm maybe tempting fate, and I'm going to come across a blunder, and then I'm not going to be able to fix it because I went too far. These are the chances you take, I suppose. Right, okay, I'll get away for now, and I'll get this uploaded as the end of part 10. And, well, we'll see. I'll be back with part 11 soon anyway. Okay, cheers.